I mean, you want to play basketball with a 5-year-old? You'll win, right? All the time. Why do that? That's going to be boring life, isn't it? But we want to do that, yeah. And I think, see, now, I think jobs, traditional jobs that we all grew up in, well, at least I did, you get a job, you get a pension, retire, all, I mean, those days are over, And because companies don't care about individuals like they used to, and nobody treats each other, so you might as well have your own. Now, no job is safe anymore. So if you have 3 customers doing something, that's safer than one boss who may not like you tomorrow morning, Or somebody from headquarters decides to sell the whole thing, and who knows where you are. So I mean, to me now, what's happening in our society, it lends more to all this, and like. I sold millions and millions of books talking about grants in the government, and they're real, but this is so much better, like crowdfunding. I think as an entrepreneur of any kind, first of all, it costs nothing to try. And you just do it, put it on, and you fail. So what? That's the only way you're going to learn. It's like, it's like, well, I'm not going to learn how to walk unless I could run a 100-yard dash in 9 seconds or something. Nah, you put up your ass, try it, and fail, whatever. Who cares? I mean, things like that. You're looking for money. Okay, you're looking for money from investors. You're looking for money, crowdfunding. You're looking for money to the government or whatever. Crowdfunding, no credit checks. Nothing. No matter what your credit is, I don't care. It's all about your idea and how you present it. So you could be in hock up to your keister or the sheriff after you or whatever. Doesn't matter. And that's why you're not going to find it like that anywhere. No income requirements. Whoa, they go to the bank for money, right? Whoa, how much money you got? Oh, you need money. Oh, no, we only give money people don't need it. You don't make enough for us to give you money. That's stupid, right? You need money. No, they don't care what income requirements, okay? So, and nobody telling you what to do. I don't know about you, but if you're an entrepreneur and want to do stuff, you want to do stuff because you don't like being told what to do. And you'd rather be doing yourself. And that's why any other relationship, they're telling you what to do. The banker, the investment advisor, or whatever it is. Also, you need no background or education on anything. It doesn't matter. I've interviewed, and if you go to here, how to turn ideas into dollars with no money. I've interviewed probably about 400 or 500 people who've gotten money. Everything from 12-year-olds who got like $30,000, $40,000 because they were playing on their computer doing something. I don't even know what the hell it was. Or this guy here, he was pumping gas one day, and he had an idea for something and went on, and now he's getting $1,000 a day through crowdfunding, doing that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter background. I talk to more and more people who have, no expertise in what they want to do. The expertise is out there. I mean, especially I have people that I work with all over the world, and they work for a fraction of what we work for. You need expertise like how to run a 3D printer or whatever. Man, someone write that code. Probably for $50 you could get that done, on the internet, on Guru or one of these places where you get help to do things like anything you want to do. Here, if you put an ad in the paper, somebody's going to charge you $500, $5,000 to do that, because some big company will pay that. But you don't have to, if you know what to do. You don't need accountants, you don't need lawyers, you don't need grant writers, you need nothing, that you would for any of these other kind of ways that traditional to get money. The downside is there is no downside. Because so what if you don't get it? You still don't have the money now, right? So you're going to learn something from that process so that next time it'll be a little better. And you start learning about it. It's sort of like learning how to play football, basketball, tennis, or whatever. Sure, the first time up, you barely get the ball over the net or whatever. But man, the next time, that's all the way life works. Why is it? Why do we think we want to do one thing out of the gate and play for the Super Bowl next Sunday, No. That's right. It's a wonderful place to fail. And you get your money in 60 days, 30 sometimes. You get money right away. It's just amazing. And you get money before your customer has a product. Now, this is the most amazing thing. See, what you do is you go on the, I'm going to, see this big gulp? Well, I'm going to make a gargantuan gulp, or whatever the heck it is. I mean, twice as big, or whatever. You don't have to have one. You just sort of have a picture of it, or whatever you think. And if enough people say, hey, that's cool, I'll buy it. Here's, and you say, well, to start making my, first batch, I need $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is, And so you have a limit you get, and they all run a little differently. Some you have to have a limit and make it. Some you don't. You just get whatever you have, and then the people just hope you send it. It's incredible, and that's what happened. Very few, if any, people really get screwed. And actually, on the big, about anywhere from 50% or more of the people who are using this get what they're after. I mean, that's an incredible way. I mean, like applying for a grant, 20% is a lot. I mean, there's some grants that everyone who shows up, but that's different. It's a complicated answer. And so you get all the money. So it's like getting all the money, then you go make the money. That's what I used to do when I first started doing books. I used to not even have a book. I wanted to see if anybody would sell it, if anybody would buy it. I said, hey, I got this book, honest. This is before crowdfunding, and I go out and ad and everything, and then, oh yeah, and then I'd make it and sell it to them. And that's what, you can do this legitimately now instead of the way I used to do it. Also, what's neat, you get free publicity. See, if you go on one of these big crowdfunding sites, it's advertising what you're doing, what you're special at, what does this need? And then people are going to these sites now looking for new products, stores or outlets or people with internet sites to sell things. They come to these sites looking, so you get distributors. A lot of people I know go and do these crowdfunding projects. They don't care if they get the money or not, because they'll get contacts in the industry who sells this kind of stuff, distributors and stuff like that. And that's where the real money is. Get paid free publicity. And it also, to me, the greatest thing about this, it tells you if your idea is good or not. See, there's no other place, I think, that you could do a twofer. See, normally if you're looking for a venture or whatever to get money, you have to go get a fat cat or an investor or a bank or whatever it is. You have to convince them that you're really smart, and there's a market for this. They don't know, right? So they're going to get snowed by you or not, and believe in you or not, and that's what it is. But after you sell them, particularly, they're not your customer, so you don't even know if this sells yet. So you got a whole bunch of money, you go make it, and then hope it sells. Now that's the old school way of doing it, which is stupid, because then you have a garage full of this stuff. Like me, I got a lot of book titles sitting in the garage that I swear was going to be. And the publishers gave me a lot of money to print. Nobody bought it. I didn't care, I got my money. But they have it in their garages. But now you go out and, hey, you got customers. You got 300 people that want this. They gave you money already. You don't even have it yet. So not only do you have the money to make it happen, you are guaranteed there's a market for this. And you haven't invested a nickel. I mean, that's going to spur, I think, development in our country like nothing else. Because you'd have to do that in a year. Figure out how to get the money first, then figure out how to sell it, if somebody's going to buy it. Now it's a twofer. And so you lose, then you think of something else. So that's why I think it just, we're going to grow so much faster as a company. And it's all over the world. It's not only here. This is what's going on over. I interview people all over the world, where it's Shanghai or the Netherlands, Russia, everyone's using this. This is where it's going on. And you can get money for any reason. It's not just entrepreneuring. You get it as a nonprofit, an invention, also just to live on. I mean, I talked to a guy on Kickstarter. He wanted to develop some stuff like games and give them away for free. And he raised $80,000 just to live for the year so he could keep doing what he wanted to do. There's another website called Patreon, P-A-T-R-E, Patreon, like the patron. And .com. They give out I interviewed the guy who runs their site about a year ago, and by the way, all this stuff is, is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, right. I said. Right. And I talked to them about a year ago when they first started, and they were just for artists. You're a writer, you're a dancer, you're a sculpture, anything in the arts, video you want to do, anything. You go on their site and get people to give you a monthly check every month. I said, how many people are going to do that? They're now giving out $1 million a month to artists. $1 million a month. Kickstarter now gives more money to the artists than the National Endowment of the Arts does. Right. I mean, things are changing so dramatically, I think, in our society. And a way, it's becoming easier to get your ideas. And I think life is really just trying to do things in life. I mean, to contribute. What are you going to contribute? How can you? So now it's easier than ever, I think, in the world to contribute.